Hello, everyone, and welcome to another scene for Living World of Darkness, Changeling the Dreaming 20th Anniversary venue, set in New York City. In the scene, we have Dessa, who is going to visit Sebastian, and I will narrate what she's doing, how she gets there, blah, 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 whatever.
She's walking through the halls like she normally does.
So when she goes to Freehold, she'll notice that there is a little extra security posted about the Freehold. She could probably surmise that has more to do with the recent events with Sir Christian, former Sir Christian, now Squire Christian, and what he did, as to why there's extra security around.
Makes sense.
But yeah, there is extra security around the Freehold, but she'll be allowed back to see Sebastian, and he'll he'll look to her when she comes in. He'll smile,
She'll give
but
him the
he'll
usual polite
smile,
nod.
yeah, he'll smile, but it's not a warm smile. It's just a polite smile, and he'll nod to her, and he's staying. He's keeping a bit of distance between the two of them, and there are guards posted up outside the door of his office area, and he'll motion for her to sit down.
And she'll walk over and sit down.
And he'll sit down across from her. He has to be somewhat close so that he can hear her because Slua. But he's not like right up in her personal space or anything like that. He's just close enough to where he can hear what she's saying.
So this is to discuss the position and the oath of fealty and such, correct, my lord?
It was, yes. However, it has come to my attention that you would not be the most loyal subject.
Is that so?
Mm.
And what makes you believe this?
It seems that you decided of your own volition, for whatever reason, to attend a ranter meeting and give them the seating arrangements for my wedding. Now, why would you do something like that?
She gets a grin on her face.
His brows go up.
Well, let's see. I went at your request. You asked me to look into who was further behind what was going on. The only way to get that information, well, you're not going to get it beating down doors, so I'd gone undercover. And if you look at the seating arrangement, it's the original seating arrangement before we switched venues and cut out a large number of people. It was useless information that I was hoping would buy me a seat in to get more information, to find out who's really in charge. Find out where their bomb maker is. If that's no longer what you wish, then I will by all means step out of it.
You never reported back to me.
You've been quite busy.
I have met with others since then. You
Yes,
could
and
have reported back.
This was the first meeting I could arrange with you, my lord.
Mm.
We were supposed to meet to go over the oath of fealty and such over a week ago, but you've been so busy that this was the first chance we've had to speak again. Been approximately 10 days since we were supposed to speak last. Am I just supposed to come and interrupt whatever meeting you're having?
Well, you could. Or you could get a message to me. There are many ways to report back rather than see me in person.
I also didn't realize that I had been found out on their side actually being working with you. That's gonna put
Oh,
a
yes.
hamper in it.
You were sloppy, Dessa.
Floppy.
You thought that you could just do whatever you wanted.
No, I told William after we went to Goblin Town and I gained some information that I was going to try and infiltrate to get more information. They were going to try and capture Colin. I was right then. The seventh member of the panel was in the audience. That's good to know. But I haven't had any solid evidence with names and such yet. Hence why there wasn't anything to tell. I could tell you you're looking for a troll woman. There's a lot of troll women. I could tell you about the 4 satyrs that hang out together who are contemplating it. The slightly unstable Boggin. She seemed a little too eager. There was also the knocker. Not to mention and she'll mention the other kiss of the people that were at the leaders' table.
I think, Dessa, you've been caught and you're trying to cover your ass. I don't believe a word you're saying.
She pulls out the notebook with the current plans for the wedding with his mother's signature, which is very different than the plans that she gave to the people. Your mother's authorization for the changes.
He looks at them. And he looks at her. These changes were made after the fact. So you're covering
No.
your ass.
The only changes made after the fact were the ritual of cleansing and the Japanese decor. If you look, the date on the location and guest list was the week before this ranters meeting. I will leave this with you, though. As your belief in me seems to have wavered.
Give me 1 second out of character, please.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly was your purpose for giving the ranters any information at all?
To buy credibility with them. To be able to get more information from them. You understand that that's how it works, right?
I will not have you undermine me in my own freehold. You watch your tongue.
Of course, my lord.
I get how this works. They had no intentions of working further with you because they saw how sloppy you are. I want you to submit yourself for questioning because I don't believe your story. I'm going to look further into these changes because the date on here, I don't have any reason to believe that you didn't alter it to make yourself look good. So you're going to submit yourself for questioning while we verify the events and what has happened because you conspired with an outlaw radical group that the king himself forbade any changeling from conspiring with, lest you commit treason.
Well,
I don't
then,
believe
by
you
all means.
acted. I don't believe you acted within the best interests of anybody but yourself. And even then, he'll shrug. You betrayed yourself, Dessa.
By all means, go charging in, sword and blade. See what information you get. There won't be any. That's not how you get information in those groups.
I'm aware. I have a plan. But you... He'll shake his head. As I said, I don't believe you have anybody's best interests in mind, including your own. I don't even know your motivations, Jessa. I don't understand them because they're not clearly defined.
What is unclearly defined about trying to get you the information you requested?
And yet, I heard crickets chirping, and then a confession from the leader of the ranters that you fed them information about my wedding. I got more information from those that interrogated him than I ever did from you. How does that look? It looks like you're conspiring against me.
If that's the only perspective you wish to take.
That's the perspective a lot wish to take. That's the perspective the king has.
Then by all means, I will be questioned. Please.
And he'll motion for the knights to come in, and Red Branch knights will come in, and Dessa will be detained. She'll notice that she won't be able to use magic. You will be treated fairly. You will be given a chance to defend yourself. A full-scale investigation will be launched. And if we find that you're telling the truth, you'll be released with apologies. But if not, well, the king will decide how he wants to go about it.
Of course, my lord.
And they'll take her away. And they'll take her all the way to the prison in Tarnar. And I believe with that, we will end our scene. Thank you, player, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you next time.